Alright, this is the Unit 3 assessment. And we'll talk a little bit about what the students did in class for those who weren't able to be there that talked to me. The groups had high-end hardware, low-end hardware. Another group had laptops. Another group tablets. Another group had smartphones. And they looked at iPhones and iOS and Android operating systems. What they did, or what needed to be done, we need to create a document that has the information that flows, that's clean, well presented, like we've learned in word processing. And that document must have what the processor has for whichever one that they did, whichever one. We didn't have to do all of them, just each group did one. It had the processor, how much memory it had, storage, and the type of input-output. Now, memory and storage here, that would be one when you talk about smartphones or when you talk about tablets. So the tablet might be a 32 gigabyte. It's memory and storage together. They need to list those items, okay? And so they're going to indicate what the hardware is. Then they also need to indicate what the operating system is that's being used in the device. So whichever device, whether they are high-end, low-end, they need to list the operating system. And then they finish up by what are some common apps or applications that would be good to be on the device for general use, okay, for where the device is designed for. So what I mean by that is high-end devices designed for high-end computing, like gaming or maybe Photoshop, video editing, so forth. What would be some apps that would fit there? Low end, those would be more generic apps. And then same thing with laptops. What generic apps would you want on there? Tablets and smartphones would be a little bit different. So all of this information goes into a document. It doesn't have to be long. It just has to be written well enough that somebody who's not tech savvy could read it. We had worked on presentations before, so they should have a presentation that briefly describes what's in the document, not all the details. You're going to take the links, or however you do it, from those and put them on one of your group members' websites, and we can use that Google site. And on the website will be links to the information. And that's what was done. That was done in 20 to 30 minutes because they had some of the work done already. Our goal here is to understand some basics of hardware, relate it back to actual devices, actually getting some devices, and then what software, some basic software that would run on those devices. After spring break, towards the end of the course, we'll do something similar, but for a specific business or group of people or whatever. That's it.